What's up, guys? It's your boy Raptor, also known as Luxatus Patella, and welcome to another part of my Breath of Death VII, the beginning walkthrough series. Last time I kinda explained the basics yet again, as we were exploring through different types of textures, through the grasslands and the forest and the swamps and the mountains, in search for many new monsters to encounter and to fight and to defeat and to loot. Actually, we cannot really loot enemies here. But anyways, we made it to this bonus cave where we found a strong ring for Sarah, and now we are here. We are I believe we are level 9 and level 8. Just a little recap of where we are. But here is the thing, we have to venture east towards the Graveyard Mountain Pass. But in order to do that, well, besides going east, I actually have to backtrack because I have forgotten something. Lux has forgotten something? Yeah, and it's one little piece of armor which I will probably not use, but you can buy it back at the town. So yeah, we kind of have to have back there first, which is kind of redundant and stupid, but we kind of have to do it. Which means that yes, we have to fight the fishman, and if you want to look at the stats of the fishman, I recommend watching part 1, as I actually have explained how that all works. So yeah, pretty much there's no tactics here. You just mash buttons at this point, you know, because we're kind of over-leveled for this area, which means that, yeah, we can just mash the buttons, we don't really have to think about it, and yes, I am sprinting my way back. Sprinting does not necessarily mean you get encounters a bit faster, it just means, you know, sprinting is sprinting. Alright, so, well, we can hit that toot. I've forgotten that Sarah is like the fastest one in the team, you know, highest agility, which is going to be even great later on because all the bonuses that she's going to get, it's going to be crazy. I noticed also that when I sprint, there's going to be a bit of a frame drop, so I'm not going to sprint as much as I'm used to, you know. So yeah, I'm all the way back here for two things. One, to heal up with my MP, but also because, hey, you know, remember that I had to buy one of these shields, and then I can't even remember which one I actually bought at first. So let's check the equipment. It's for them. I mean, we have the sword and the iron sword, and we have the mirror shields. Okay, so that means that we have to get the iron shield just for sake of completion, you know. Because here's the thing, you can decide if you want to wear it, yes or no. I mean, this looks kind of fancy-pantsy, while this looks kind of standard. I'm gonna go for the fancy-pantsy one. No, but in all seriousness, I just want to do this because each character has their own weapons and armor, and I just want to complete the set, you know, just kind of completion purposes. So as you can see, you know, we have the strong ring, which we got from the bonus cave, and that's all randy-dandy. So for now, I'm just going to go and head up and save. Sprinting in town seems to work quite nicely, but I'm just not going to do it in the overworld. That's fine. I mean, I don't necessarily have to do it in the overworld. We don't have to save, we just had to restore our MP. And now it's really time to go and venture east. Because there's really nothing else to do here. We're pretty much, like I said, we're over-leveled a little bit. But that's okay, you know. Because that means that we have explored enough in order to venture forward to the next adventure. The next map, the next whatever. But yeah. Random encounters, you know how it goes. You know, the thing is, I have to conserve a bit of my MP. So what I'm doing is a little bit controversial, which is like being a little bit reckless. This is all because I need to conserve my MP for the next area, because the next save point where you can restore your MP is going to be a bit farther up ahead, you know, and I just don't want to take any risks. But yeah, here it is. It's right there. This is where we're supposed to go. And this is the Graveyard Mountain Pass. Now in this part, as you may already see from the YouTube video, it's going to be a shorter video than the first part, of course. You know, it's not exactly the idea that each part is going to be 1 hour and 10 or 20 minutes. Although the idea seems fun, it's a lot of work. I'm just going to do a short part now, just going through the Graveyard Mountain Pass, showing you all the enemies that you can find in there. And there's also, of course, a surprise at the end. And then by the time if we go through the mountain pass all in one piece, then there is the next town up ahead. So yeah, you know, it's the classic RPG thing, you know, going through a mountain pass, killing some stuff, get loot, whatever, you know how it goes. So we're gonna do this. Ooh, a graveyard. I wonder if any of the tombstones have interesting writing on them. the monsters here are more dangerous than those near Palat Lenus. Stay close by my side. Oh, how romantic, my white knight in shiny armor. Are all women like this? Well. So yeah, this is the Mountain Graveyard Pass, and the maps are just called Grave Pass. As you can see, we have 25 random battles, and I'm not going to force these battles. And to be fairly honest, I don't think we're going to need 25 battles in this area in order to explore it all. You know, so it's all good. Now, in this entire mountain pass, there are a couple maps. I think there are 4 of them, and there are of course some treasure chests to find, so we have to get ourselves some loot. It's quite interesting, but the maps aren't really too difficult. They're actually quite linear, you know, nothing really crazy going on here. So yeah, the tombstones, do they actually have some interesting writing on them? Let's check it out. Promotional tombstones provided by the Graveyard Foundation, all rights reserved. And pretty much all of them have the same writing, so, you know, if one of them has this writing, then don't check all 16 of them in this case, you know, just whatever. Alright, so where do we go? Well, this leads to nowhere. As you can see, I'm just taking a stroll. Just taking my time. And, oh, well, there we go. This is the encounter with the crow. The crow is at number 30 in the Bestiary, and here we can see its stats. It's all great, it's all looking good. Now let's go ahead and fight it. So yeah, round 1 begins, and you kind of know the drill, right? You know, I don't need to explain that anymore. 45 HP, which means that we can pretty much one-shot it, I guess, with damage, just to be on the safe side. Let's do a boo on that. But the crow outspeeds us, so they get to attack first, which is a bit annoying because all the damage that we're taking. Yep, one-shot it. I think that we can take the damage from the 2 crows, so I don't really want to waste too much MP with Sarah by performing boo. I mean, it's all fine. You know, we can take the damage, you know. We regain 3 MP, but if I was using boo all the time, then I would have wasted, you know, 6 more, and it's like, you know, I'm losing MP on the whole thing. It's not good. So yeah, you know, it's that was the crow. Not really scary. Let's see what this has to say. Need a new place to rest your dead body? Try Tombs Plus, the Tombstone Superstore. That's just so wrong. Oh boy. And again, we're just gonna go and take that stroll. And here is a treasure chest. And I believe this is the treasure chest, which has a bit of a twist, because we're gonna open it. And it says, yay, okay, we got 180 gold. That's great. Now, I believe that if you already have the Mystic Staff, if you bought it already from the store, then yes, this will convert into 180 gold. However, if you have not bought the Mystic Staff before, then you will get it here through this treasure chest. So that's actually quite nice. So you can't really get duplicates. However, legend goes that there is actually one duplicate that you can get, which is the SMG, but I'm not really sure because I think they patched it, but I'm not really sure. As far as I know, I don't think you can get a duplicate from that one, but who knows? More crows, so you kind of know the deal. We can stun one of them, and pretty much you can just take the hits because, you know, you're already overleveled by, you know, exploring that bonus dungeon. It's just, you know, it's just crazy. And we level up as well, so, you know, +8 for HP and MP respectively. And this is gonna be fun because you can choose +50 agility, which, you know, is the speed one, or Blessing, which is a special targets all allies for 25% agility up. Now here's the thing, you know, I like it to cut down agility from monsters, but I don't necessarily want the speed of our team to go up by 25%. You know, I want to outspeed my monsters by debuffing them instead of buffing my own team. So I'm gonna go for the +50 because +50, that's just ridiculous. You know, now she's gonna be outspeeding maybe the crows even. Who knows? I mean, I have to check the status for that. You know, that's at 210 right now. That's a pretty high speed, but I don't know if it beats the crow speed. You know, I don't have all the statistics laying around here. You know, from the Bestiary you can see, well, which enemies are going to outspeed me, but, you know, we'll see. Then you try to, you know, let's go up here, but, there's actually a bit of a gap, like an earthquake or something. So you cannot go through there. which means you have to backtrack, you know, which at the end makes it that you're actually doing some linear, you know, exploring. And there we go, here is the ghost. Now the ghost is at number 29 in the Bestiary, and here are its stats, and there's only one of them, so that's convenient for me. So let's go ahead and fight this one as well. Now this is actually something that I find quite funny, you know, when playing this game. You know, it has 56 HP, okay, you're thinking, you know, whatever. We can use a multi-strike on it, but I do not want to waste the MP. But I want to do something which I actually find quite funny, which is with Boo. And I think that, you know, Sarah will outspeed it, so let's try to do that first. Yeah, here you go. This just sums it up. This is the picture that I want to see. Sarah performs Boo, the ghost is stunned. It's just... I mean, that's just... What? A ghost is afraid when you say Boo? So yeah, the ghost is stunned this turn, and that's the only thing I wanted to show you, is that, you know, it can happen. You know, it just can. I mean, the same thing, like, some people who play RPGs are like, hey, wait a minute, that's a ghost type. Or, you're performing a physical attack on a ghost? That doesn't work, man. Have you played Pokemon or whatever? So yeah, you know, sometimes you don't have to think too much in this game. You know, the rules are quite simple still, you know, and it's not that complex, you know. It's all good. I mean, yeah, you know, enemies have, you know, resistance or immunity or weaknesses, but they're not really much categorized into types, you know. So yeah, that was an interesting encounter with the ghost. That means we already have found 2 out of 4 regular enemies in this entire mountain pass. You know, it goes quite quickly, actually. That's good, you know, progress. That's good. Alrighty, so let's read some up. Let's read up some blah blah blah. Let's read some more tombstones here. Lots of junk mail. The owner of this grave must be on vacation. Oh, come on. Yeah, same text here and the same text there. You know, it's pretty much the same text. So, like, again, once you inspect one, then that's great. 2 ghosts. So, you know, we kind of know the drill. We could use a multi-strike, but we're not gonna. We're gonna perform Boo on the other one, so that's just hilarious. And yes, here we go. The ghost casts ice shards for 1 hit, 31 damage, and they actually have a high chance of doing that instead of using their regular attacks. Ice shards, you know, it does a bit more damage. It's a bit more nasty. You know, you just gotta have to deal with it. Here again, this ghost, the second one, also performs ice shards. So yeah, you know, make sure they don't live too long, because you know, if this increases by 10% all the time, it's gonna hurt. You know, it already did like 37 HP. That's actually quite powerful. You know, given the fact that we've seen all the other enemies outside. You know, that's actually quite powerful. So then we are at Grave Pass 2. They just simply call it Grave Pass 2. I just call it the first floor, really, because, you know, we went up the stairs. And hopefully we're gonna find, you know, some more stuff here. I think there's only 1 treasure chest that we can find in there. So, you know, it's all gonna be good, I hope. I also have a little bit of a lag spike, it seems, so maybe I'm gonna do a little jump cut in order to make sure that we get right back to you. So, let's see. Oh, well, it seems to be working for now. My apologies. So yeah, this is a dead end, but let's see. You search the tombstone for the names of anyone you know, but don't find anyone. That's painful. Or maybe that's good, you know, maybe there are no surprises. Who knows? The music is actually quite chill as well in this area. Too bad that whenever you have a random encounter, it actually resets, but, you know, can't have it all. Speaking of random encounters, here we have the new enemy. It's the skeleton. It's at number 32 in the Bestiary, and here are its stats. And then we are gonna go and attack it right away, right now. Here we go. Round 1. Let's check. You know, 50 HP, 50 power with the regular attack, and it has 75. Yeah, let's just use a multi-strike on it just to be sure, because we can use a multi-strike at this point. Same with Sarah, she can use a Boo. So we outspeed skeletons, that's good. Then the skeleton hits Sarah for 29 damage, and then 132, just whooping its ass. And also, don't you think it's quite funny that them, the skeleton, is fighting the skeleton? You know, another thing that cracks me up when you think about it. Well, you know, this is basic standard fighting, you know, boopity boop. Excellent. For a fun time, call 555 Tomb. Oh boy. Same number, yep. So far, so linear. And yeah, we have to actually go down again in order to cross that one gap that we saw earlier in the other map. But you know, in order to get there, you have to fight through some enemies. Get the feeling that you're in grave danger. Oh, the puns continue. The puns are still strong with this one. And here we go. We are lucky. This is actually the fourth and final regular monster that you will see in this mountain pass, and it's the zombie. So yeah, it's the zombie. It's at number 27 in the Bestiary. So yeah, let's go ahead and actually kill this thing, shall we? There we go. So because it's only one, we can just pretty much focus on it. I know it has an attack which can let us have poison, so it's a bit annoying. It has 93 HP, so I guess if we can outspeed it, then the boost should do its charm. And yes, we do outspeed it. The zombie is stunned. We hit it for 43 damage, and the zombie is stunned this turn. So I think for now we can just both attack it, because Sarah will go first. 26, that's not much. Then, oh, we actually outspeed the zombie as well with them, so that's actually quite useful to know. So yeah, that was actually a pretty good run then. Alrighty, now I can't remember, did we go up or down? And man, I can't remember. Yeah, I think we had to go this way because now it's not linear anymore. Woo. Oh well. Let's see, which way do I actually have to go? Now you see Lux is getting confused. This is the most hilarious part of the whole video, right? Am I right? Am I right? Am I backtracking right now? I think I am. I'm actually not sure. Crows. Yeah, at this point we don't really give a shit about crows, man. I mean, just whooshing through that. I mean, boom. You saw that? Did you see what happened? Oh yeah, actually no, this was because, yeah, that was because the puns were right there. And, yeah, I actually can't remember which way we actually came up there. That's the problem, of course, when you're giving commentary, you know, it's like, oh, what are you doing, Lux? Yeah, no, that's because this is the tomb one. Lux is confused, I'm sorry. That's just because, you know, when you're playing a game and you're giving commentary and everything, you know, sometimes you just lose track of what you're doing. So now we know. Okay, so we came from that side. My apologies. Okay, so we came from here. That's the grave danger pun. And now we have to know where we need to go. Let's just use a multi-strike and a boo. And you see that in this part, you know, there's not really that much of a challenge. Because, you know, you're already so over leveled already. It's actually quite ridiculous when you think about it. But yeah, you know, it's just the way it goes. Yes, and now I remember because there's a treasure chest right at the end over there. Lux remembers, finally. Alrighty, so we opened this one and there should be 150 gold in there, and I was correct. Great, great, great. So yeah, you know, now you're hoarding a lot of gold. Now you're farming. Now you're actually gonna get a lot of it. And you're thinking, whoa, but if I remember correctly, back at the town, you know, you could actually buy equipment for like, what was it, like 80, 90, or 150 coins, you know, at the most. And yes, you would be correct, you know, those were the prices back at that town. But guess what, the next town we might visit, they have a bit of a steep price, so, you know, that's why you're gonna need a lot of gold. That's why you're gonna keep on fighting, keep on farming, keep on looting, because, you know, it's just never stops. The madness never stops. Alrighty. And another encounter. It's just one skeleton, you know, because it's, you know, because you know the skeleton only has so little HP and you actually outspeed it with both characters, then you just know, well, I can take a hit, and then, you know, we can just go on with our lives. Can't make out the words on this tombstone. Oh, that's too bad. And we're just strolling along, and there should be the stairs down at the end of this. in order to get to the other side of the map while we are dealing with a zombie. Let's just use the boo just in case, and then just whack in with both characters. You see, it's that easy. It's that easy at this point. If I look at the status, you know, we already had 12 battles, you know, because we had 25 to start with. Now we have 13. I could easily just go breeze through all 13 of them so that we can actually explore the dungeon without any interruptions, but I think for this part it's okay. Mark and Sally forever. Alright. It's kind of funny how they have 8 tombstones and they have the same thing there. Oh well. So yeah, this is the other side, like I explained, so that means that there's only one way to go, which is right here. This is like, oh boy, where do we go, up or down? And I know for a fact this time we have to go up. Crows. Just damn crows. Kill all the crows. There we go. See, there's a treasure chest right up there. I just know it. This kind of makes me feel back like the Harry Potter series, you know, treasure chests, beans, whatever, or cards, wizard cards, or chocolate frogs, or whatever. But no, in this case, it's just potions. Potions are important too. You never know if things go horribly bad, because it's still a little bit RNG in here. You know, you never know. We can use potions. I think the goal of this walkthrough series is just to not use any potions. However, I think there's going to be a time when I'm forced to use it because it's kind of part of my strategy. Well, we'll see when the time comes. And yeah, we're just going to defeat these ghosts. Oh, we're actually level 10 already. So yeah, plus 10 HP, plus 5 MP for them. Oh boy. What do we choose? Do we choose plus 10 in all stats, or do we use plus 30 max HP, plus 20 max MP? I'm gonna use this one, the level up B, because it's because of the MP. I kinda want them to be a little bit more of a tank right now, so we can use multi-strike more times. Many more times than it could, you know, regularly. Because the all stats bonus thing, that's going to be a thing for later as well. That's not really that interesting. It's just plus 10, and for me, I translated as only plus 10 in strength and plus 10 in vitality, because, well, okay, and maybe plus 10 in speed, but the whole, you know, plus 10 magic, that's like, it's not worth it. So, yeah, I think that, you know, having the plus 30 HP, that's nice, you know, to be a little bit more, to be less squishy, and then the plus 20 MP, so you can do a lot more damage, build up more combos, you know, that's actually quite good, because Deathload takes so many HP away already. Alright, so now we are at Grave Pass number 3, as this map is called. This is actually, I believe, the, yeah, this is the final map that we find here. Now it's going to be interesting, right? Because where do we go? Do we go up? Do we go down? We don't know. We're just going to check and see what's on all these tombstones. Well, that's a very positive message to everyone. Everyone dies someday. Well, that's not really something that I really want to talk about. You know, it's not fun. Right, but that was a dead end. Oh, the punch looks dead end. Do you get it? Oh, jeez. Can't get away with it, can I? But we have to go here, work our way around. You saw one treasure chest already at that area down there with the tombstones, and then there's actually one where we just walk around, and then we're just gonna go and get it. Both treasure chests will contain only gold, but hey, I'm considering this a 100% walkthrough series, so that means that I have to, you know, pretty much get all the things that I need here, right? It's kind of the point, right? Show you where every treasure chest is. So that's 100 gold. Now we just have to walk our way back. And quite funny enough, well, I don't think we're gonna have 10 battles in this map alone, but you know, 25 random battles, you know, maybe that was a good estimate. But here we go. This is quite a serious fight now. You know, we had 1 or 2 enemies at the same time, or we had a pack of crows, but now, 2 zombies, 2 skeletons. This is something we really gotta take serious. So this is actually the time to use our multi-strikes. So we're gonna use Boo. Then we're gonna see what happens. And the skeletons outspeed them. You know, so them takes the damage, which was, you know, when you think about it, that plus 30 HP extra from just that, that's actually quite nice when you think about it. Alrighty, zombie is stunned. Gotta have to use another multi-strike right there, simply because I want to one-hit the zombie. And I have to use Boo on the skeleton, so that we know that we only get hit by the skeleton for 32 damage. You know, skeleton is stunned, then Dam performs multi-strikes, and the zombie has no chance of actually attacking us. Now I think we're in a pretty stable, quote-unquote, zone. You know, where we can just attack. And again, here it's, you know, we can take a hit from the skeleton for 35 damage, but we just kill it and then we save the day. But that was actually a quite challenging fight, as in, you know, if you do not know what you're doing, if you just think I'm just gonna mash the buttons and get this over with, it might go horribly wrong. That's the thing of hard mode. It's not necessarily harder because of, you know, the way that the battles are constructed, like, oh, we're gonna put 5 of the strongest enemies together, but it's more because, you know, it can just go wrong in so many ways. Anyways, you knock on the tomb, no one answers. Then we have 2 zombies. Now the thing with zombies then, in this case, is that, okay, well, I'm just gonna use multi-strike, I'm gonna use Boo, and then you just know because you're outspeeding them, you will not get any damage from them. And now you know, well, okay, I'm just gonna attack him, and it's all great. I actually got poison there, but it's cured right now. Now we have to use what? Now we have to use, you know, we have to use a level up bonus thing. It's the same choice, right? It's, I mean, we're gonna go for max HP and max MP, or are we gonna go for strength, magic, agility, vitality, and will? And again, you know, it's the choice that you make. But I think for Sarah, although she's quite squishy, I'm gonna go for the stats up right here. Again, controversial. People think, yeah, but you know, now your white mage is so squishy because he has so little HP, and if you have more MP, then you can use more healing spells and whatnot. But here's the thing: I want her to be a little bit more strong on the defensive side as well. You know, because if I look at her stats, you know, the will is also quite interesting, and then you have magic and agility and will. You actually boost it up a little bit more, and I think it's a little bit more important. And I think if you use heal all the time, then it doesn't really matter how much HP you actually have with Sarah. That's my opinion. Alright, so we restored our MP, and this is actually a good grinding spot, of course, then, for the last 8 battles, if you have them. But we're just gonna go and stroll around, and I know for a fact we just have to be here. And again, this is a quite interesting combination of enemies that we have here. It's the ghost and it's the zombie. And just for shits and giggles, we're gonna use, you know, we're gonna use our MP because we know we can restore it right there, so it's all good. The zombie is stunned. No, actually I have to use multi-strike again. We can use Boo. So you see, there's not much thinking again in this fight, you know. It's just, oh, you know, we're gonna outspeed the zombies with 2 multi-strikes and they're gone. And then the ghosts, well, they can perform Ice Shard, which does, you know, quite some damage, but it's not that bad, you know. So you know how things are gonna go. To our beloved friend, wish you weren't dead. Oh well. Then we're gonna open this one. 125 gold, and I think with this we have found every treasure chest in this area. And again, a nice combination of enemies get together. We're gonna use multi-strike, you know, and then the skeleton, they're gonna attack us, squish us. We're gonna use Boo on one of the skeletons, so we're gonna get hit once. Now we're just gonna regular attack him. However, you see that Sarah only has a little bit of low HP, so I'm not gonna take the risk. Gonna use multi-strike. I'm actually gonna use Boo just in case, and I do not get any damage from it. You see, so when things do go wrong, you can always save yourself. Use a stun, use a multi-strike, but it's going to cost you some MP. This is why I'm going to go back and actually restore all of the MP. Because, you know, in case things go wrong. But, oh, before we can get there, oh, that's a bit of a tease. So yeah, skeleton attacks, that's one zombie gone. The other zombie just attacks regularly and the other one is stunned. So I'm going to use the same thing. 31 damage. Zombie is stunned. I should get no damage this turn because I outspeed the zombie. Great, great, great. 37 damage for Sarah, but you know Dem is right around the corner, ready to hit, so I had everything under control. Alright, MP restored. Now this is actually quite interesting. We're going to look at the status right here. We're level 10 with both characters. I'm just going to check to see what's going on, you know, in terms of speed. You see that Dem has absolutely no speed still, you know, it's still 100. You know, 140 is its strongest base stat, where if you look at Sarah, it's definitely speed, magic, already surpassing 200s. I mean, that's just ridiculous. You know, it's all about how you want to build your character, of course. I mean, Sarah does have a strong ring equipped for plus 50 strength, I believe. Yeah, that's true. You know, and even with the Mystic Staff, that also gives plus 20 strength, so she goes from 60 to 130. But later on, when she gets proper gear, then, you know, it's all more focused on magic. And, you know, then things are going to be even more ridiculous. So yeah, we're just walking along. Then suddenly we're not because we have a random encounter. 2 crows! No thinking, just mashing. I mean, honestly. This is what I like, you know. You can play the game at such ridiculous high speed during battles because you know that you're going to win them. With no strategy whatsoever, you know. I mean, we have 4 battles left, really. So, you know, it's quite nice. Fear the Reaper. Why would you put that on the tombstone, though? That's actually quite weird. You can feel the presence of a terrifying demon. The black wind howls again. You undead do not belong in this world. Let me take you to your final resting place. There's the undead that... The Grim Reaper comes to bring the undead back to the dead. Alright. Well, in the show like The Walking Dead, that would actually be quite great. I mean, imagine Rick Grimes teaming up with the Grim Reaper to put the undead back to the dead. Just the thought of it. But yeah, this is a boss battle with the Grim Reaper. The Grim Reaper is set at number 34 in the Bestiary, and it's a boss. If you could not tell by the OST, the original soundtrack that's playing in the background, this is the boss theme. So here we go. Now, what's the strategy for this one? Well, it's actually quite interesting. The Grim Reaper, every 2 turns, it leeches your MP. So, now that you know that, I think the best thing to do, really, is to use your MP as quickly as possible, because you're going to run out sooner or later. Now, here is the thing. I'm going to use Sandstorm, because I know that the Grim Reaper will outspeed them. This is my first thing that I do. So I'm going to use Sandstorm, so minus 50 agility, so the Grim Reaper's speed will be cut in half, and Boo will not work on the Grim Reaper because he's immune. Sorry for my pronunciation, but I'm going to use Research to have plus 50 magic so I can heal a lot more HP. So I'm actually buffing myself the first round. You see the Grim Reaper outspeeds me, 47 damage for Sarah, that's not really good, you know, but here we go. Each enemy's speed is down 50%. So now, if my calculations are correct, Dem should outspeed the Grim Reaper right now. That's actually quite interesting. Now, as for attack, don't use your regular attack. I mean, why would you? When you have all this MP to waste. You can use Fire Flurry, you know, which has the ×3 combo, but the multi-strike that I chose had 50 ×3, so now we have 54 ×3, so I have to use that, because it's just stronger, you have the same combination, so why not use that? And then, for Sarah, you're just going to use the heal spell on yourself. Sarah goes first anyway, so you know you're going to get healed. So you know, 165, that's a little bit overkill, but whatever. Then performs multi-strike, 3 hits, 147 damage for the Grim Reaper. And then here you go, this is its special thing that it does that every 2 turns. You know, the Grim Reaper drains your energy, everyone loses MP. Quite a lot of MP actually, you saw that. So, you know, better make sure that you actually continue hitting the Grim Reaper. You can see it only has 625 HP, so, you know, it's not a lot. You can take it down in a couple turns, I guess. And again, this is the thing, which is actually quite funny, because you know Sarah's gonna go first this round and you don't need any healing. There's not really much to do except just smack it with your stick, I guess, or with your Mystic Staff. So 34 damage, 147 from them. And then it attacks Sarah yet again for 57 damage. But it's quite good, you know, to know that you actually now outspeed the Grim Reaper, because now you have more control over the battle. So again, let's see, can we use Death Blow? Yeah, but we're going to use another multi-strike. And then, of course, we're going to heal Sarah yet again. So here we go. Then them attacks. And then everyone loses MP. You see, we only have 23 MP left with them. We started with about like around 80 or something. You see how ridiculously fast that goes. And of course, our combo is continuously ruined because I'm using heal. So you might be thinking, why didn't you use Death Blow if Sarah wasn't going to heal anyway? You know, you could have done it, but now the combo is ruined. You know, but here's the thing. I'm going to use Death Blow anyways, because it does 140 damage. And then Sarah's going to whack it with her Mystic Staff for 39 damage. And that should be the final blow. So 34 damage in this case, and boom! Death Blow. One hit, 146 damage for the Grim Reaper. Grim Reaper is defeated. And we get 1 MP back, which is quite funny. But we get 495 experience points and 300 gold. That's a lot of experience points. We actually level up with them. Plus 10 HP, plus 5 MP. And now we have to choose again. But this is an easy choice. Plus 20 magic or plus 20 will, or plus 20 strength and plus 20 agility. Well, that's an easy choice. And again, the same for Sarah. Plus 8. In the HP and MP. What's the bonus that we're going to take? Snowstorm or Hailstorm? Now this is interesting, because Snowstorm, 13 MP, Aqua, targets all enemies, power 99 times 1, or Hailstorm, which is a bit stronger, 16 MP, also Aqua type, targets random enemies, power 132 times 3. Now the thing about random enemies is that yes, you cannot choose who you're going to hit. But if there's only 1 enemy left, then all 3 hits are going to go to that enemy. You know that for a fact. So because of that knowledge, I'm going to go for Hailstorm. The exit is just up ahead. We should stop in Lufestpolis for supplies and news before we explore these ruins of yours. Good thinking, brave and intelligent, the perfect traveling companion. If only you put this kind of enthusiasm into your fighting. Shots fired. So yeah, fear the Reaper. Kill the Reaper. And we now made it to the other side of the Graveyard Mountain Pass, and you can see right there, that's the next town I'm gonna go and be in. And yeah, you know, we can just go ahead and at least heal up. And that's the first thing I want to do, really. When I go to a town, first thing I really want to do is, where can I heal up? So we're just exploring. We're just gonna see where that's the tavern. That's all great. A little bit of a lag spike I see. This is the weapon shop, armor shop. This is just here we go, I guess. Well, no, that's not really what I wanted to do. Here it is. This is the tavern or the inn or whatever you want to call it. Welcome! Finest bets in town. No need for payment for a great hero like yourself. So yeah, that's MP restored. That's all randy dandy. And now we're gonna go up. And I might be thinking, no, I want to talk to all the townspeople. That's gonna be for another part. Like I said, this part was a little bit shorter because you know, I only wanted to do the Graveyard Mountain Pass today and show you the boss of the Grim Reaper and all the other enemies that you can find in there and all the treasure you can find there. So all in all, it's still a pretty much hopefully a fun episode to watch. So you know, next time we're gonna go and, you know, talk to all the townspeople, see what's up. Maybe you know, we're gonna explore some more enemies in this area, because yes, there are new enemies again in this world map, in this part of the world map at least, so we're gonna fill in the Bestiary even further. It's all gonna be amazing. So, I want to thank you guys for watching, of course. Like and favorite if you like the content, subscribe to our channel, rank you 3 from upcoming videos, and I'll see you guys next time.